Hi there. So today we're going to talk about using PayPal buttons within your website to sell other things. So again, this isn't to sell the oils because Young Living does have a rule that to sell oils it has to go through their website. And if you're going to do an e-commerce of selling oils directly through you, you have to get authorization through them. So again, this isn't to sell oils directly. Your website's already set up to sell oils. Your website's already set up to sign people up. So it takes you out of the equation and it lets somebody purchase the oils from your website, get sent over to Young Living to finish the order, and it stays in compliance with Young Living. But let's say you have a diffuser necklace or you have some information that you want to sell to people. Teachings on how to use the oils or anything like that. So if you have something that you want to sell on your website and you want to use PayPal buttons to be able to complete those transactions to receive money from your customers, so you can go ahead and ship this product, this is the kind of thing we're talking about here. Now again, if you have not even watched the introduction video yet, please stop the video right now. Go watch the introduction video first. Watch putting in the video on how to put in an article, how to put in a blog, stuff like that. So you have a basic feel of everything before we get into this. Because if you try to jump ahead, it may look a little scary. It's really not scary, okay? But I just don't want you to get overwhelmed if you haven't seen steps 1, 2, and 3. I used to teach chemistry and people would want to jump ahead and be like, oh, well, I can just do this without doing the first 3 steps. And then their equations would be messed up and they'd be frustrated and in tears pulling their hair out, and it's like, okay, this just do steps 1, 2, and 3. And then these steps over here are going to be so simple. And, it's human nature to want to skip ahead and hurry up and just get it done. We've gotten so busy in this world, but please, if you haven't looked at the other videos yet, do that first. And if you have and you're ready, let's jump in, because this is where your site starts really getting fun, because you can actually start really doing things with it, make money with it, have fun with it, get materials out, get things out there, and just really start individualizing yourself compared to everybody else. So we are going to come back here. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to have a place that we would sell, right? It's like, well, we've already got all these pages. Where would we put it? Honestly, if you're going to make like a little store, a little place for materials or something like that, my favorite thing to do is to like combine these 2 tabs together and put company under the opportunity. And so I have space up here to make that. So I'm going to do that real quick. And this is, I believe this is covered under how to make a new menu tab, but I'm just going to quickly do it step by step right here as well, so you have everything all together. So I'm going to come over here to the main menu. And again, one of the things I like to do, you see this number 20? That means it's only going to show 20 things at a time. I don't like that. I'm going to make it click all. Okay, perfect. Because I like to see everything at once. Okay, I'm going to scroll down, and it looks like it's so much stuff, and I know, but it's really not. Okay, so here's company, and here's opportunity. Okay, and here's company, and here's opportunity. I like to put this tab and everything under it under opportunity. I've had people do it the opposite, where they've put everything under opportunity, under company. I like it the opposite way. Do whatever suits you. But the way to do this is actually really simple. You're just going to open this up, and internet's a little slow today. Okay, we're going to go parent item. And instead of being on the menu item root, which means that it's on a top level, we're going to actually open this up and we're going to scroll down and we're going to put it under opportunity. And then I'm going to hit save and close. And then I'm going to refresh this page and there should be a spot. Yep, Now you see it's gone. You come under opportunity and you see company. Perfect. Now I have a spot for a store or materials or whatever you want to do. I have some people that sell materials, I have some people who sell other things. It's completely up to you. Just make sure that you stay in compliance with Young Living and their guidelines of what you're allowed to do. Obviously, you can't have another MLM with your Young Living products. You can't sell competing products, say another oil company's oils on your website with these oils and stuff. I mean, it should go without saying, but just, stay in compliance with Young Living and what their rules. And if you have any questions about those rules, feel free to go back into the back end of your virtual office, and all of the rules are placed in there. You can find them in policies and procedures and the website rules. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit new, and well, let's first, now that I've got that space, let's go ahead and start this way. It might be a little easier for you. Let's make a page to go on there. So we're going to hit content and we're going to hit article manager. And again, hit pause as we're doing this. So if you're doing this for the first time, watch the video once through, then go back and then do it right along with me and hit pause, and then do whatever it is I show you to do, and then start again and go back and forth like that until you get the swing of it. Believe it or not, you can get this pretty quick if you continuously work on it. It's just a matter of repetition, so you learn how to do it. But we're going to hit new, and I'm going to make a store. I'll just put store for the sake of, and right now I'm just going to put store there. That's it. I'm not going to do anything fancy because I want to show you how to get this on the menu first so you can see what it is you're doing. I'm going to hit save and close to my article. And making an article and putting it to a menu is about like taking a piece of paper and putting it in a 3-ring binder. So the article would be the piece of paper, and the menu would be the 3-ring binder. So you're going to put it into the 3-ring binder now. So we're going to go over to main menu, and I'm going to hit new. And then I'm going to make this menu tab store. And I'm going to make it a menu type article, a single article. And then you will see store. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't like messy pages. I can't stand them where they have all of these hits and print and this and that and all this stuff up at the top, and you're just, it looks so cluttered and messy, and you're just like, oh. I can't stand that. Now, there are people out there who love that. They want everybody to see how many hits the page has had. They want to see all the, when it was created by, when it was modified, who wrote it, all that other stuff. That's fine. If you're one of those people, then don't do this next part. But if you're like me and you just hate all that stuff because you just want it to be very clean and just the material there so nothing's interfering with what I'm trying to get up there, you're going to actually come to options. And you'll just click off these. You'll click off this one and the next one. You'll leave the next two alone. Click to hide the category, click to link, click to hide this and this, click to hide the author, click, 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 click. I don't want to show when it was published. I don't want to show voting. I don't want to show the print icon. I don't want to show the email icon. I don't want to show the hits. I don't want to show the tags, and the last two we leave alone. Now again, you may be one of those people who love all that stuff. And if you do, that's fine. Please have at it. That's what it's all there for. This is just my personal preference. I just like everything clean. So when a customer or a potential person who's going to sign up under me comes to my website, they're not boggled down by all this other stuff. They're clearly seeing what it is. I want them to be able to see, whether they're purchasing something or, there's a lesson or, materials that they need to read or anything else. So we're going to come over here. Now, the last step is this right here. It's called an ICE Mega Menu Parameter. This is actually how you see these neat little bottoms, like it says Ningxia Red and then it says antioxidant rich. And this one says other products and this one says skincare and more. The skincare and more and the antioxidant rich, that's actually how you get that subtitle in there. So materials and more. Let's jewelry. I don't know. Stuff. I don't know. Stuff and more. We'll just throw something up there for right now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit save and close now. And I'm going to come over here to the front end of the website and I'm going to refresh that. Now you see this area where it's blank right now. When we refresh it, it will say store. Oh, and I forgot. You're not allowed to use the and symbol on this. I really don't understand that either. I love the little and symbol, but okay. Stuff and more. Okay. So let's go ahead and refresh that and then you'll see stuff and more there instead. Perfect. Okay. Now you've only got so many characters that you can use in this entire menu. I always try to keep, like this is kind of sloppy, you know, leaving it that hanging off. I try to keep things that are like right in the same frame as the thing on top, but you know, for the purposes of this video, that's fine. But you only have so many material or so many characters to work with. If you go over that amount of characters in your menu tabs and you try to put too many things on here, this menu will fold over and then you'll have this big white block with stuff and it just looks messy. So try to stay within the amount of characters that the menu allows. Okay, so we've got our menu tab here and oh, you know what though? What I need to do though is that first menu tab. I need to come back in and we actually need to make this a different thing. We need to go over to System. I think it's under System Links. Yep. And make this first one a text separator, not the actual article itself. Okay. And you're going to ask, well, why did you just do that? On the website, it's not a big deal. If things on the top level are clickable, you'll notice that none of these other ones are clickable, that they just make drop downs. The reason for that is that's how it makes it work on iPad and iPhones. So you actually have a real replicating site right here. And if you don't do these things, you have to think about, you know, they work on all platforms, and this is how it gets to work on all platforms. But since we made that an external or a text separator, it doesn't click and do anything. So we just need to make one more menu tab real quick to go underneath of that to hold our article. And we'll just call this Shop Now. Okay. And I will make this a single article. And I will select the article of store. Perfect. Okay. And again, I'm going to turn all these off. For anything that's below the main menu, so tabs that are underneath the main menu, I never put the extra wording on there. You can if you want to, but I don't. Okay, perfect. All right. Uh-oh. And you know what I did? I'm going to show you the mistake I just made. Since I didn't put it under store, remember how I said there's only so many characters you have to work with? Now there's a Shop Now there. If you ever make that mistake, like I do quite often, you just open this up and you come over here to the parent item and you just put it under where you want it. So I want it under store. So I'm going to put it under store. I'm going to click Save and Close. I'm going to refresh up at the front. And now my menu will look perfect again. Okay. And you see how this drop down comes down. I can click Shop Now. And there's my new picture, or my new page that I made. But there's nothing on here. So now is the time to put in your PayPal button, your pictures, your description, whatever it is of what you want to sell. So we're going to go back to the page, that article that we actually made called Store. Not the menu tab, but the article. And we're going to put a picture in, we're going to put some description in, and then we're going to sell something. So let's go ahead and we'll put an image in. From one of the previous videos, I had blueberries. There's my blueberries. So we're going to sell blueberries. Buy blueberries. Okay, perfect. Now, we need a PayPal button though. And everybody's seen them. It's that little PayPal, that little orange button that says PayPal. The neat thing about your website... Sorry, I had to take a drink. The neat thing about your website is it actually has some programs in it. It actually has a lot of programs that we haven't even covered yet, so there's some really exciting things in your website. But one of the fun things is a thing called the Nice PayPal button. And Trinitronic is the company that actually makes this plugin. And I've put this into your website. I love this plugin. I love this little button. And what it does is it actually makes a little PayPal button for you. And it's actually pretty simple. You can make a buy now, you can make a donate, or you can make an add to cart. So this website address right here, trinitronic.com, is where you want to go. You can go to documentation, and then you can go to Joomla extension documentations. And a lot of these extensions are actually in your website. We will cover some of them in later videos. But the one we're going to talk about right now is the Nice PayPal button. And so this thing actually has some pretty advanced features. I mean, if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty and do some really cool stuff, this thing can do it. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to put in our one button. Now, basic tag usage. We're going to give you an example. So let's say we're going to copy this right here and just put our little tag in. Nice PayPal, buy $5 for a fluffy bunny. Okay. We're going to paste that in. And we'll call it $5 for blueberries. Okay. $5 for blueberries. All right. And then we're going to hit save and close. Now, if your PayPal button has already been activated and you have your account in the back, you should have a buy now button right here. Now here's the thing. We want to come back here, and I'm going to make sure that your account's in there because you have to have a PayPal account in order for this to work. You can put as many PayPal buttons on there as you want, but if you don't have a PayPal account, money is not going to get to you. So go ahead and go over to extensions. Come over to Module Manager, or I'm sorry, Extensions, and then Plugin Manager. And we're going to type in Nice. So you got Nice Access, Nice PayPal button, Nice PayPal downloads, just lots of neat little plugins that are here. Let's go Nice PayPal button. Okay, so here is where you're going to want to put your PayPal email, the email that's associated with your PayPal account. So we're assuming you've already opened up a PayPal account, you've got one. The email address that you use to log into your PayPal account, this is the one you want. You do need either a Nice PayPal Premium account, or excuse me, not Nice. You either need a PayPal Premium account or a PayPal Business account in order for this to work. So you have to be able to accept payments, and you can do that with a premium account or you can do that with a business account. And whatever email you use, you want to put that email in here. So info at blah blah blah.com. And the rest of this you should be able to leave just as it is. And then you really don't need to do anything with this. This is more advanced stuff that you don't really need to do anything with. So really what you need is just this right here. And then you hit save and close. And now when somebody clicks on your PayPal, it will actually take them over to the page where they can purchase that. Obviously, it's not a real PayPal address, so I can't show you the end result of it, but that is as simple as putting in the button right there. And again, if you come over here to trinitronic.com, Michael over here is amazing. I love him. He has amazing, amazing plugins. But here's the documentation for it. There are advanced things that you can do, and I've done some pretty fancy stuff with this. We have one lady who sells flyers for Young Living people, and her booklets and flyers are amazing. She uses this plugin on her website, and you could do things where you enter amounts, you can do drop downs, adding quantity, you can ship by weight, options for what color and stuff, options and pricing. You could put all these things together and just have all these different things, like select this and select the amount that you want to pay. And she uses something like this where it's all these different things that you choose together. So again, just go give it a shot, try it out. It looks a little bit more complicated, but again, if you've already been putting in some articles, you've been doing some blogs, and you've watched the other videos, you should be able to do this step by step. Pause the video, do what I've shown you, come back, and just go back and forth like that. And again, if you haven't watched any other videos and for some reason you chose this one first, please go back and watch the introduction video so you just kind of get a feel for where things are and what to do. Again, go to trinitronic.com if you would like to go ahead and get the documentation on this button for your website and see all of the awesome things that it does do. And with that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you have a wonderful day and be blessed. Enjoy your website.